My boss pretended to fire me. Yes. Seriously. I, 27F, worked for an engineering company for 4 years and had recently changed offices when I moved cities. This means that I was working on finishing some things up for my previous office remotely and would transition to working for my new office after my projects were wrapped up. It was about time to start that transition, so I had a meeting with our office managers. I had only been working for these two men, Bob and Guy, for a few months at this point, and never directly. I am sitting in the meeting room with Bob when Guy walks in. He sits down across from me and folds his hands and looks at me and says, "Well, this is going to be an awkward conversation. I just want to start by saying that we have really enjoyed working with you and think you are great at what you do, but we are going to have to let you go." 5 seconds of silence, and I'm just kidding. I then had to proceed and sit there for an hour while we discussed my new position in the firm. At the end of the meeting I asked for a raise, standard when you get licensed, and was literally laughed at and told no. This same man busted out a pastor-sized Bible during a lunch and learn presentation he was giving to talk about how God created the earth and we get to create the earth too, or something insane like that. Texas. So, it's been so many months since this happened. I spoke with HR. I got a half-hearted, I was joking, apology from him. I quit. I have a new great job with a great company, but it still bothers me so deeply. Never in my life have I had someone make me feel so small. I left a horrible Glassdoor review, and then my old manager from my first office, we were on good terms and worked very closely, texted me several times begging me to take it down. Don't worry. I didn't. I just need to get this off my chest. I've told people. I've talked to my therapist. But it still makes me so damn angry and upset, and like I never want to work for anyone ever again. Not a religious person myself, but that preacher was right in a way. Humans create their own hell. And your boss was a lesser demon. Ran into some workplace bullies myself, and I feel for you. The various transgressions included, from different managers, standing on my desk, showing me porn on a work computer, firing me before I could take a 2-week vacations. Twice.
Exclamation mark GIF.
You're stronger than most would be in this situation. Takes out Bible. Begins to preach. Raises hand. Yes? Would Jesus threaten someone's livelihood to make a joke? No? Good. Let's skip the preaching and you focus on being less of a prick. As a female PE you can anywhere. Fuck that guy. Real life Michael Scott. Gross. Sounds like one of those situations that I would replay in my head for years trying to change the outcome. You didn't do anything wrong. So just remember that. And I promise you that guy the moron probably told a few people the story of the sensitive girl who couldn't take a joke. And when he said, "Yeah," I told her that she was fired and then waited and said, "Just kidding." He got blank stares, horrified looks, or the kinda laugh you know someone is giving because they are uncomfortable. And now he realizes that it was a dick move. So he's either changed the story or stopped telling it. But either way, deep down inside, he knows he's an asshole with a stupid name. All I can think about is the long line of quitting employees that'll have to deal with this. Living literal, tales of Mike. The number seems preternaturally astronomical in my mind. ATM. Tell them you won't pretend to tell our. Wow, sounds like you had quite the jerk for a boss. I encourage you to move on. Don't let him hold you hostage anymore. There's a lot of miserable people out there. Your ex-boss is a sadist. Good on you getting a new position. I'd look dead at them and say their sense of humor sucks. You suffered a trauma. Keep talking to your therapist about it. Worked at a place that found it hilarious to give fake write-ups. Would frequently tell us 1,530 minutes before our shift ended we needed to stay late. I think that anyone who bullies like Guy did is someone to get away from. Especially in an uneven power relationship. People who passively aggressively bully you, then say, "Just kidding," are not to be trusted. At best they are immature. At worst they are mean and pathological. When passive aggression is used by a less powerful person against a manager or someone in power, the intent is to probe the more powerful person for weakness, acquire power if possible, and undermine the authority figure. But when a manager uses it on a subordinate, it's petty and mean and meant to tell the subordinate that their job can disappear anytime they want it to. You weren't the first and won't be the last. Despite the half-hearted apology and HR hand-waving, bully managers enjoy their power and making casual comments that they have power over you. Up to and including, "You're fired." "Just kidding" makes them feel good and reinforces that power dynamic in a way they enjoy. Good move to get away. Congratulations. Quitting is the best thing to have done. Never take down the Glassdoor review. Never miss an opportunity to badmouth them. 002 OMG. I would have thrown up. That is sadistic. Hopefully the Glassdoor review will make his life hell. Does your boss think he is Michael Scott from The Office?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.